This is Meltdown Live, presented by MyBookie.ag. Use code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag for double your initial deposit. You sign on to make a deposit, they double it with code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag.
Welcome in, a big day here, broadcasting live from the Culver studio. I am Tim Melton. Thrilled to have you here with us on the Meltdown Live daily, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. And my goodness, we know what we're talking about today for sure. That James Gunn Superman trailer has dropped. The countdown is done. We have finally seen our very first teaser for this giant 2025 project that in July will have people making up their minds whether or not they actually landed this plane, but it is up in the air, pun intended. I am joined, as always, by a couple of my good friends and counterparts here, especially during the holiday season. We're going to start off with E.G., fresh from Tuscaloosa. You've had a very busy day along with the rest of us.
Yes, I have. Went down there to check things out before the bowl game. But we are here to talk about Superman, and I'm so excited. I felt like I was definitely anticipating this more than I expected, thanks to the Meltdown. And I can't wait to share thoughts on it. I think that I have not shared my opinion with you guys on it, and I haven't heard y'all. So I did not watch the trailer reaction video either because I want a fresh perspective coming into this afternoon.
Good. I like that.
In a bad way. Better way show.
You've saved it for later.
Yeah.
You've added it to your later
arsenal,
playlist, your watch later. I like that very much. Tyler, it has been an extremely busy week, an extremely busy day, but a very rewarding one because we kicked off our day watching that James Gunn Superman trailer. And for me personally, it did not disappoint. You've had time to let it marinate. For those that maybe haven't seen our trailer reaction up right here on the channel, what are your early thoughts on this Superman trailer?
Man, I mean, this just looks amazing. It makes me nostalgic for movies I have not watched. I've only seen Man of Steel and Batman v Superman as far as Superman movies go. This makes me want to go back and watch the Christopher Reeves version.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve. I watched the 1978 Superman film a couple of nights ago, and it is not made for modern audiences. There's no way it could be made for modern audiences with its pacing and what it sort of puts you through. I mean, you get a lengthy opening credit sequence, which at the time, seeing the names fly across the screen was a big deal. But now it's like, okay, how many more names are they going to show before you finally get to Krypton? And it may test your patience there, Tyler, but I think you are pretty good at judging things based on the time they came out, and you can look at things even though you've seen what 100 and
I'm at 125 movies for the year now. I saw Homestead last night.
125 2024 movies. There's so many stinkers in that, especially you waited for a writer's strike to happen to watch all the movies that exist, which has led you down a dark path here. But Superman, the original, and Superman 2, both very quality. Superman 3, 4, Returns, Man of Steel. That's when you start getting into some prickly area for Superman banter because we can't come to a consensus on what's good and what's bad. And there's a lot of people that were rooting against this trailer. And I think it has maybe melted some of those icy hearts with starting off with that sequence of Superman right there in the snow, wheezing heavily.
How can you see Crypto, the super dog, and it not just melt your heart? I mean, just Crypto, take us home.
So, Tyler, you wanted to see him more as a terrier than a lab, you said? Was that what?
Yes, traditionally in the comics, he is a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah, which I love.
But I do like the idea that James Gunn said, "No, I'm gonna put a version of my dog in there."
It's like a version of his own personal dog?
Yeah, he was inspired by his own dog
I love that.
create the design, and I love that, and I think that brings sort of the camaraderie and the love and compassion and all the positive vibes that this movie is supposed to bring in.
I'm feeling it radiating off of you right now. For dog lovers and cinema lovers, they were able to do the handshake emoji and meet in the middle there of like, okay, we're on the same team with this one. Superman lovers are not there yet because it's still a very divided group. E.g., you are not as emotionally connected to the Superman character as some. However, you love a quality summer popcorn flick.
I do.
We know EG loves her popcorn. Your favorite movie of all time is Top Gun Maverick.
Yep.
This movie is said to have taken inspiration from Top Gun Maverick with shooting a lot of the aerial scenes and the way that that was captured in that Tom Cruise flick. The time has come. I want to know your thoughts on this Superman trailer because I don't see how, after having seen it, that you don't like this trailer. And we're going to see if that's the case.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Good.
Now, I do have some little critiques. Personally, okay, I love seeing Crypto so early. That was awesome. But it kind of was jarring to see Superman already kind of defeated in a way
Mhm.
in the opening scene. That was a little confusing to me. The wheezing noise, I was like, ooh, I don't really like that because he's supposed to be like Superman.
Yeah.
After that, though, I loved it. I loved like the whole like the scenes of Lois and him. Oh, because we said this needs to be a love story.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to have that essence of.
Yeah.
I felt that through the trailer that this is just a classic Superman loves Lois. Let's go save the world.
So, Tyler, you know this. E.g., you've heard this. This is a movie that picks up. We are being launched into Superman's world.
Mhm.
It is bringing the audience right
Oh,
into.
yeah.
He's an already established figure in this world. Him and Lois already know each other. It looks as if they live together. It looks as if he's not trying to be too secret about who he is around
No.
Lois either. He's got the glasses off. I'll ask you this.
Okay.
This is one little nitpick that I had, right? Clark Kent's hair. Okay, when he's walking into the Daily Planet.
Wait, I actually thought that made it a perfect disguise because I saw him walk in and I thought for a second, "Who is that?" And I went, "Oh, it worked! They got me."
Tyler, to be fair, you are the one at the office that a pair of glasses could
Yeah.
possibly be a secret identity that could work, you know?
Yeah, I'm too busy
Uh-huh.
Too
about
busy to look
everything
up.
else.
Correct. But no, I don't necessarily love the look of Clark's hair. That's a very minor nitpick. I think I'll grow to be okay with it as time moves on. But, for me, Clark doesn't have, was that a perm?
Wait,
What was it?
I didn't even notice that part, which
It
means I guess I
was
didn't notice that it was Clark Kent. Hold
While
on.
he's wheezing in the snow, there's a shot of him running into the Daily Planet and he has short curly hair.
Let me see.
And it just kind of, I mean, I didn't love it. But don't take that as oh, here goes Tim hating on the trailer. He doesn't like the trailer. I think the trailer is near perfection. I
Oh,
love the trailer. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't even notice that. Same with Tyler. I didn't pick up on that was him.
For a second, I thought you were having some sort of medical episode, but you're just chewing on Haribo Gold Bears while on the show again.
I am.
I forgot about that. Was that a
Interesting.
perm?
Yeah, that's a perm.
Okay, it is a perm. I
Yeah.
was right about that.
He's missing his signature little.
Feeling it'll pop up at some point throughout the movie. They can't show us everything. I had made some, I don't want to say demands, but I had some very,
He's so cute.
okay,
Sorry.
it's okay. I had had
Crypto?
Huh?
Crypto?
No, Superman
Oh.
and Crypto.
perm Superman though.
Um, I don't mind perm Superman.
I do feel like if you like talk about how you like perms or something, Dunaway's going to come into the office start wearing a perm or something. So
Yeah.
that way you'd be like, do you like my perm?
This scene, is that his? Who is that? Is that supposed to be his dad?
Yes, that is Pa Kent. It feels like to me,
Okay.
which is his adoptive father, based on the fact that he's an alien crash landed on Earth.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it is interesting to see Pa there. I don't know if that's a flashback or because what kind of sets him off to Metropolis is the loss of Pa Kent.
So interesting.
So we'll see if that's a flashback and maybe
That's
some
so
sort of
sweet.
thing. Yeah, you're showing me all these looks of the trailer, and you're right. You
Yeah,
could
y'all
pick
are,
a
y'all
lot
are
of
moving
these.
too fast. I'm trying to pull all the
Oh
stills.
no, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Hey, you know what shot I love?
I got curly haired Clark Kent up there right now, and I'm pulling Paw Kent right now.
I'm gonna go through my meltdown countdown from yesterday, the 5 things I wanted to see from the trailer,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see if that ended up adding up.
I
Okay?
love that.
So you didn't get a chance to hear that. You were not
No,
here.
I was not here.
So my number 5 was show me how the cinematic world of Gunn views Superman. Well, we got that.
Hope.
Not only hope, but you remember the scene. Obviously, you have the little kid sort of
Oh, so good.
praying for Superman to appear and save him. But then you also have in America people throwing trash at him and hitting him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And he's a divisive figure yet again. And that lines up with the comics.
Mhm.
But I, after having seen Henry Cavill's version, do want a more
Clean.
embraced Superman by the public.
Me too.
And we get a little bit of the conflict of Superman can't win over everybody. He can't save everybody. He can't be everything to everybody. And we see a little bit of that in like 10 seconds of just them showing him walking in. And so it gives me that. It gives me how the world is viewing Superman here. My number 4 was I want a mix of iconic and new imagery. I want you to make it feel old and new at the same time.
Okay.
The lettering that they use,
Yep.
the like electric blue font, is very old school Superman, right? It
Mhm.
feels old. The electric guitar riff,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told you. Sadly, I forgot to bring it up during our trailer reaction, but to me, it just reminded me of like Jimi Hendrix covering the national anthem. Like
100%. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
it's just that energy.
It is a great energy. It's a great choice, and they are sticking with that John Williams
Hmm.
notable theme, just different
I
versions of
liked
it.
that a lot.
So that's old and new. We're
Mhm.
getting new imagery. Obviously, crypto's never been on screen before. We're also getting sort of the old school vibes. It's that
Mhm.
perfect blend. So 2 out of 2 so far.
Good.
Gonna move on to number 3. Clark Kent needs to be featured in this. Not just Superman, but Clark Kent.
We got that.
We got the Clark Kent, and I'm gonna throw this out. People like EG benefit from seeing a Clark Kent on screen that they can get invested into.
For
So
sure.
that way they care more about the Superman character.
Absolutely.
So you seeing that connection between Clark and Lois
Yep.
and seeing the way they're presenting Clark is a way to get you immediately interested in, okay, maybe there's some crossover appeal here
Yes.
that I can get into.
So one scene when he's walking in to the Daily Planet and he kind of gets bumped into and it's kind of like he's like apologizing to the person for whatever reason that just like tugged at my heart because like that's literally Superman. Like and he is trying to make himself meek to not bump into that person and like something about that I don't know why, but it really was like wait a second. That bridges the connection that he is an alien on Earth trying to be accepted. He's Clark Kent right here and then you're going to see him be Superman and it's just he kinda had that same vibe when he was getting hit in the back of the head with the trash too.
That's also true. So Clark Kent needs to be featured was my number 3, and we're 3 for 3. Let's move on to this. Give me one line of dialogue that really stands out.
Mhm.
For me, it was the "Take me home, take us home, get us
Crypto,
home,
take us home.
crypto, take us home."
Yeah.
And yeah, that was perfect because it's all about Superman's at a low point right now, not just superhero cinema,
Mhm.
but Superman is at a low point culturally in our world. It starts off with Superman on the ground in a vulnerable state, wheezing. Is this the end of Superman? And then you get that line and a rush of
Mhm.
momentum, which leads me to my number 1 must have, which is build to a crescendo. Give me replay factor where I immediately want to start it over again, where it
Yep.
just builds on itself. And at the end, you just feel like you want to run through a brick wall. And I get that with this trailer.
Mhm.
It is such a high. I love the shots of Lex Luthor in this. Nicholas Holt playing Lex Luthor. He's bald. He's wielding a gun.
Menacing.
Yeah, he's very intense version of Lex Luthor. A big fan of it. And he felt very Bond villainish to me
Yeah.
and sort of over the top. And I love what they're going for. And the problems that I had with some of the color palette choices from yesterday in the teaser to the teaser, I did not have those problems today.
So, if you remember
Remember?
our conversation maybe a couple weeks ago, this might have been off camera, but we had talked a little bit about how they were filming some pickup shots for James Gunn's Superman over a weekend, and people were reporting that it needed reshoots.
All right.
And
The
James
sky is
Gunn,
falling.
yeah, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. James Gunn cleared it up and said, no, it's a day and a half of pickup and insert shots. I think that was the teaser.
No, what? Let me. There's okay. So
And
many,
so that might have been why you didn't like it. It wasn't actually refined footage. It was something they shot in a day.
and I still don't like it. But I
That
love
was fair.
this, which is what matters. I love this, and I love the poster, and I love how James Gunn directs rumors responds with the authority figure in the room. I know because I'm here. I know because I'm calling the shots. And he'll get in people's mentions if he feels like something is trending in the wrong direction. And I think that there's a certain appeal to that if you're Warner Brothers and you want to hire somebody that's a creative that can come in and not only take some heat but dish it back.
Mhm.
There's a fine balance there because you don't want to come across as a jerk or as like that you can't take criticism. But James Gunn constantly is on social media setting the record straight.
Oh yeah.
And I wish that more authority figures did that. I mean, I think that it's a good thing for politics potentially. I think it's a good thing for entertainment. I think it's a good thing for sports.
I agree. Mhm.
When you have coaches getting in there and they're like, this is exactly what's going on. Let me fill you in.
Well, I feel like it bridges the gap between civilians and people that they're seeing make choices, make decisions, or have opinions on things, especially when it comes to something as sacred as Superman, especially to American culture. I feel like it's a good way for him to set the record straight while being accessible. I think the word I'm looking for is accessibility when it comes to that. He comes across an what's the word I'm looking for?
I can't tell you what word you're looking for, but if you come across it, let me know.
Well, I'll just keep using the word accessible figure, that if they have a critique or if they wanna know something,
Yeah.
he'll respond. And then squelch a lot of the rumors of certain things being in circulation. What better way than going straight to the source?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm sorry how rude that sounded. That was it
What?
sound rude. That fact that I didn't know what word you were looking for.
Well, you know,
I
my
literally didn't
mind.
know what word you were looking
No,
for.
I don't know, I just had it was the gummies.
Superman can read minds, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Can
can
he?
do anything.
Do you think the little kid, do you think he heard the little kid with the flag? 'Cause
Heard
Oh
him?
doesn't he
yeah.
have, like, super hearing too?
He has super everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can hear long distances away.
That's so sweet to think about.
He can see through things. He has X-ray vision. He can do
He can do it all.
everything. He can pretty much do everything except for be there for every single person at every single time. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting, the conflict that they set up. There were a bunch of new characters added into the mix, Tyler. Characters we knew were going to be in the movie, but they actually got frames of the trailer there devoted to them. So that way, wild speculation can begin on what James Gunn is going to do to sort of build out his universe.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, and it definitely looks like they're building out a more fantastical universe instead of going with the we're grounding this in reality. Is
Yeah.
Superman could be real? No, 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 no. Not in James Gunn's universe. No. We've got a big old kaiju in the middle of the street
Mhm.
duking it out with Superman. We've got shots of Hawk Girl flying down. We've got
Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern in the movie. It's gonna be a comic book universe.
It's going to be a comic book universe that has a grounded love story. I can tell,
So good.
and that is the perfect way to get Tyler and EG to agree on something.
Yes.
Like, if y'all are both excited, being as different as you are, to go see this movie,
They
then
did something right.
they did something right. It's a huge win.
I am today I texted we were going back and forth, my brother, who y'all know is big into the DC universe. And of course, him being more Zack Snyder leading, he didn't love it at face value as much.
Sure, he didn't. It's a big loss for him.
Exactly. But he also followed up with like, I'm just personally not a big Superman fan. Like Batman is my guy, but I do think elements of it were done well. But I'm so excited for July. Like I want July 11th to be here.
There's a lot of Superman stuff here in the studio that has never really made its way on camera. There's a big logo
Yeah.
up here above my right shoulder on the wall. There is a metal poster back there. And Tyler, do you notice anything else different in here? Anything else
Ooh,
new that
wait.
maybe wasn't here before?
Is that
Oh,
Spider-Man thing always been up there?
I don't know.
Anything?
Maybe try checking behind you, EG.
Yeah. See
Oh.
that? No. Not that.
Oh. Oh.
That.
Wait.
Oh.
Are we gonna open it on camera?
What is that?
That's a little something for Tyler.
Wait, can we open it?
Let's get Tyler here.
What?
Yeah. Do
For
you not
real?
see this
Here,
thing?
here. No, you need to grab it from that side.
Do you not see this thing?
I mean, I saw it, but it was sitting next. It was sitting next to EG, so I assumed
Oh.
it was for her.
I
just had
have
to
been
make-
receiving a lot of gifts lately. I will be honest.
That's true. Too many.
Oh.
All right, Tyler's doing a live opening here on air. Man, I saw this and I was like, yeah,
Wait, I'm so excited.
this is my boy. This is Tyler's. Come on now.
Oh,
Tell me that.
oh
Mike?
my boy!
Wait, I want to
You
see
can
it.
rip
Flip
it.
around,
Rip
flip
it
around,
open,
flip around.
Tyler.
Ah,
Look at this.
oh, thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Godzilla -1, one of the best movies of last year. I've seen it probably 3 or 4 times in theaters now. absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen this, go check it out. Thank you so much, Tim. This is awesome. I was actually going to buy one of these for the studio, but now I don't have to because you took care of it.
You do with that what you want. If you want to bring that home, you bring it home. If you want to put it here, you put it here. Whatever you want to do, that is yours, my friend. But I could not pass up saying that. And I didn't know if Tyler had caught on that I was giving gifts to everyone today.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I was kind of like, well, all right.
Okay, so you just thought I left you out? Like, no, I had to.
I was like, I wonder if he's gonna like give me a gift on the show or what's going on.
No, everybody had sort of a poker themed gift
Yes.
here at the Disrupt Media offices. But Tyler does not play poker
No.
and will not accept any invite I throw out for hey, come and play some poker.
Y'all play too late.
We do play too late.
We do.
But I know my boy likes Godzilla minus one to a point where it's borderline unhealthy.
That's a really cool poster.
And
This is sick.
it's a great poster. And look at the chompers there on Godzilla, by the way.
Mhm.
I mean, that's just talk about it. If he ever needed a root canal, what that would be like.
You know who
You
could
know,
do that?
E.g., I do know who could do that.
Let's tell him.
By the way, the latest Godzilla and Kong movie that we got here in the US,
Mhm.
there's a literal dental procedure done on King Kong.
There is, yes.
Really?
You have to,
Oh man, thank you so much, Tim. That's awesome.
you're welcome,
It
man.
made my day.
Yeah, I am glad I would have felt really bad if you would have said like, oh man, I don't like this movie anymore. I would have been like, what? You've been raving about it.
Yeah.
Once."
I
Yeah.
literally went back and saw it again just so I could make a short about Godzilla minus one. And I believe it was called like Godzilla minus one is still a masterpiece or something like that.
Well, I had to take care of you for sure.
That's
A
awesome.
group
Thanks,
that
buddy.
will take care of you located on Grants Mill Road. That is Dr. Jeff, Dr. Brian, and Dr. Nolan over at Alabama Dental Associates. They provide all sorts of services when it comes to staying on top of your dental health, whether you have a nagging toothache or you need to get on top of those regular cleanings. They're there for you. Maybe you're new in town and you need to make sure you have a dentist on standby. Reach out and try Alabama Dental Associates for yourself. They're accepting new patients now and can help you feel at ease about all of your upcoming dental procedures. For more information or to make an appointment, call them 205 956 8977 or visit alabamadental.com, where they look forward to seeing you. Tyler, I'd love to get some reaction from the chat in here. Everybody, it can be very tough actually to go back and read everything. Start sending in your basically 2-sentence thoughts on the Superman trailer. So that way it makes it real easy
Yeah.
for Tyler to just run through, this is what this person thinks, this is what this person thinks, because it is about your reaction as well as proud Meltdonians that are here with us live every day, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. Get those sort of thoughts formulated and rolling in. Tyler's going to be in charge of making sure that those are read here on the show. But for those of you who have seen the trailer and haven't been living under some sort of rock or kryptonite, I should say, then make sure you get your thoughts in so we can get those here documented live on air, as this is a big moment for pop culture. I saw one earlier, and I think it's from Samuel, that said that this is a great day for superhero cinema.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That was the first one I was going to bring up because he's right. Today was a huge win for superhero movies after a few bad years. Seems like they're going to put a lot of marketing into this.
oh yeah,
Absolutely. They've got to get you invested on this universe now.
Yeah. Let's see more Superman marketing than Wicked. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh, that would I don't know. That Wicked marketing was annoying. I don't want them
No,
to have that kind of campaign.
But would you rather see Superman being marketed than Wicked again?
Yes, absolutely.
'Cause-
It's my trips to the movie have gotten significantly better since they stopped doing the Wicked ad right before the movie and started doing Sonic. That's been better.
Because you got to gear up for part Wicked. What is it? I think it's actually called Wicked Part 2.
It is
it's not.
Oh.
They changed the name.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Wicked for Good, I believe.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna call it Wicked Part 2. It's like the Tornado Part 2.
Let me see here. I'll tell you.
Is Wicked Forever? Or is it Wicked for Good?
It's not
Wicked
wicked.
for Good.
It's not wicked forever. I promise you that.
Sorry.
Let's see here. It is wicked for good.
All right. Well, now it's Wicked Forever in my book.
I hope they have some good songs in there because Wicked, Act 2 of Wicked has horrible songs. So we're gonna
Oh.
see. We're gonna have to see. All the big songs are there in the Act 1 of Wicked. But anyway, from flying witches to flying men in tights. E.g., would you give this an A+ for exceptionality based on hype going in? Because they believed in this.
Yeah.
You don't have the countdown clock, you don't have the poster, you don't have the teaser to the teaser. You don't have these little nuggets they keep dropping all week if they don't believe they got something really quality in the bag.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. When the studios believe in it, when obviously, director James Gunn, you can tell that there was such an anticipation for it. And, I was sitting there watching it. To me, when I texted my brother, I was like, it feels very emotional in a good way. I'm excited to see this. I want more. I want to go rewatch it. I rewatched it. And that's kind of rare for me to rewatch a movie trailer. It was 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
Yes, yes, EG. I bought him lunch. You'll be happy to
I
know.
was. Did we share that on air yet?
I will share both sides of this story,
Okay.
okay? And it's not gonna make you look good. I'm just gonna warn you.
Why? How do I get involved in this?
I'm gonna explain, EG, but you opened up this can of worms. I was not going to go after Tyler for losing a bet to me today because I'm a humble winner.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he was as humble as he acts during
Poker?
Yes.
Shocker.
Which no one has seen. And also, I am very humble during poker, the winningest player in the history of the club, by the way. Just want to point that out. But this is what happened yesterday. Tyler is working. I'm going over to look at something that Tyler has brought to my attention. I'm going full speed in a tiny room. Full speed, giant man, tiny room. I knocked the absolute. I crushed my kneecap on a metal chair in here.
Are these seen in my shot?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
know,
you
but
can
they have
see the arms of the guest chairs.
Very
have-
pointy.
jagged metal corners, and I hit right between.
Your patella?
Sure, whatever.
What's your kneecap?
It hurt a patella a lot, and it was murderous. And I didn't stop when I hit it. I knew if I stopped moving, I was probably not going to live. So I kept moving and ran out of the room. Also, I wanted to try to remain
Calm.
a figure in Tyler's life that he could respect, because if I lay down in the ground in this room crying, it would not have been a good look. So I'm in miserable pain and it is hurting so badly. Well, who shows up by happenstance? I've got blood gushing out of my knee. I'm talking about liters of blood gushing out of my knee, and milliliters maybe. And EG comes in and she's laughing at me.
Okay, the visual that I saw was hilarious.
It's not funny.
It was hilarious.
I could have tetanus.
That sounds like you might have workers' comp then.
I may, and I haven't felt the same since, and it was really painful.
I don't think you have tetanus.
Well, you came in and laughed, and you started a run of our disrupt president coming in and laughing at me.
Yeah. Well, okay, so me and Reed Taylor's humor is people falling and or injuring themselves. It's not healthy probably, but yeah. So my first question when
Yeah.
he come in laughing was, did you fall?
I did not fall. I did not go down.
He's like, I would have paid to see that.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was a visual of you with this tiny little Band-Aid.
Yeah, well, every Band-Aid on me is tiny.
Yeah, but it
Yes.
was a tiny little Band-Aid. And we have it in the commercial rotation. I don't know if it made it today, but Forrester has it.
It didn't, so you'll be happy to know. So Scott forgot about the picture.
So did
So
Tyler.
it didn't make it in. I forgot about the picture.
No.
While we're eating lunch today, Tim goes, Scott, did EG send you a picture? And Scott goes, yeah, I forgot to put that in. I'll put that in for tomorrow.
I was going to talk with Scott about deleting said picture from ever making it into. So it's good to know, like, if he could save one of us in a office issue, he's gonna save you. So
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah. I can't wait for everyone to see the picture. It is incredible. And yeah. So
Yeah. EG is rude to me yesterday as I'm bleeding out on the carpet. And
I kept giggling.
as a result of that, my adrenaline was rushing, and I was like, all right, Tyler. We had a discussion on the show about how long the Superman trailer would be. I believe Tyler said a minute 15 officially.
Yeah, I was feeling a minute 15 because they called it a teaser.
Yeah. You fell for the old Hollywood trick of like, oh,
But
it's gonna be short.
naturally, I forget that full trailers are like 4, 5 minutes
Oh,
now. No, it's like
yeah,
normally 3.5.
but still, it's up
But
there.
yeah,
But I knew it was going to be at least over 2 minutes based on the fact that they'd hyped this thing up so much, and they got to really hit here because they're going to have a captive audience. And we bet lunch on it, and it ended up working out to where today I got to enjoy lunch. But I was not going to bring it up. I'm in a giving mood, not in a taking mood, which is why, E.g., you got a gift today,
I
and
did.
Tyler, you got a gift today.
Yeah.
I did.
And
Got a
so,
good gift.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
It's a
Christmas.
season of giving, not the season of taking, E.g.
Duh.
So,
You gave me joy with hitting your knee.
and you took my joy away by not being there as a friend in need at a time where I was gushing. I was gushing. I don't want to get demonetized here, but let's just say
Well,
it
you
looked like a
shouldn't
scene.
because it didn't happen.
It looked like a scene from
Agreed.
Terrifier.
I think I saw a remnant of
Yeah.
dried blood, like a minor droplet on your leg.
Great.
Anyway, it was intense.
Do you
All
have
right,
a, do you have a nub, like a goose egg?
I do, but I'm wearing pants today for a purpose. Pants for a purpose. That sounds like that's got to exist
See.
somewhere.
That's definitely that feels like the real version of the Wedding Crashers business. Shirts and pants.
Yes. Pants for a
Yeah,
purpose. If we haven't started that, we should.
we should.
That's good.
Good
Tyler,
job.
do you have anything from the chat after I've asked for people to sort of send in their thoughts on the Superman trailer here? Because I do want to make sure that this is chronicled in history as people are either buying up stock or they're saying, no thanks, I'm going to stick to my Snyderverse.
Yes. So Justin says, love pretty much everything Gunn has done. Teaser looks good to me. As a dog lover, the teaser definitely tugged at my heartstrings.
Agreed.
I am in the same boat, the exact same boat. I loved seeing Crypto not only on screen, but playing an active role in saving Superman. Tiger Town says it does look pretty good, not gonna lie, but we will see. That's fair. That's fair. We're gonna have to wait for more. Hunter joined us on the show yesterday. He says, I love the vibe the trailer gave off for Gunn's vision for this universe. It's vibrant, it's comic book, it's everything I hoped it would be. I gotta agree. We talked about not really liking the more grounded, realistic, darker tone of Superman. And this feels like the exact opposite while also respecting everything that came before. Let's see. Oh, and Samuel has a good little comment. He says, Wicked for Good is a stupid title. They should have called it Wicked Tokyo Drift.
That
Much better
works.
title.
That works there. See you in Buff in the chat today. Appreciate
Yeah.
you being here. Full Speed in a Tiny Room is the name of Tim's country album. That would be
Right,
good.
that would be good.
Full Speed in a tiny room. Did we
Giant
just
and the
have
Peach. We just had harmonization.
we just
too.
had Giant and the Peach going right there.
So good. Our
really-
new viewers don't know who Giant and the Peach is. We'll get into that.
We haven't even really fleshed out who Giant and the Peach is. We need our first album to go platinum, and everyone will know who Giant and the Peach is. But I'm very excited about the Superman trailer. It has left me with a lot of optimism. I was already an early investor, and now I feel like it's really paying off. And I think James Gunn is the right guy for the job. We'll see what the story is. It's going to come down to what's the story, how wacky does it get, tonally does it hold up. Right now, we're just getting iconic imagery mixed with spectacle. The action sequence of him protecting the little girl from all the...
So good. Sorry.
It's okay. I love how when I do bring up something mildly, you just take it over the top. And that shows how excited you really are about the Superman trailer. So it's very good imagery, and I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy with where we're at. So Superman trailer has delivered for sure. All right, we've got to talk about what we're going to be watching today. I am going to later today be seeing Mufasa, which is the prequel to The Lion King. Is a prequel for The Lion King needed?
Nope.
Not necessarily.
No.
No. But if I walk out going, you know what? I feel like that added something and I really enjoyed it for the music, the visuals, the bonds that are broken, everything. I mean, I'll be very pleased with it if it's just a really good one-off experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to have much more Lion King lore than what I already have, but my hopes for it are optimistic. because it does have a lot of talent behind it with Barry Jenkins. I hear that they pay respects to James Earl Jones in a very poignant way. And I'm really happy that Lin-Manuel Miranda is behind a lot of the music here. So I'm excited for Mufasa, but I'm not thinking it's going to be movie of the year or anything. I'm not overhyping it.
No, I
think
agree.
I think it'll be a solid family film. If you give me more story than Moana, with
That's
which
a
is
low bar.
it's a low bar, and you give me music that competes with anything that I've seen on screen this year, which is maybe another somewhat low bar, then I'm going to be pretty happy with Mufasa. So we'll see how that does. But Tyler, this is a big day for you because here pretty soon you've got a Sonic fan event, and I know you are geeking out about it.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy about it. I get to see it in prime today, and I just hope it doesn't disappoint. I don't think it will. I think it might even exceed my expectations, just based off of what I've been seeing and some early reviews of the film. But I'm really looking forward to that. Might hit Mufasa later tonight, but just depends on schedule and everything. So we'll see what all I watch.
Wait, so tell me about this fan event. How did you get the invite?
You can just buy them on the AMC app.
Oh,
Tyler, you
It,
should have lied.
I should have, but I also feel bad if I do that. It's like, oh,
I would have
you're not a
believed it.
meltdown reviewer yet. But
I would have believed it. So
Yeah,
it's an early screening of
not
Sonic.
I guess this is the earliest.
first.
Yeah, this is the first like preview of it.
Yeah.
But it's not like
See,
the premiere.
they market, they market films for opening up on Fridays.
Okay.
They really open up in what are called previews on Thursdays, which is where when we go to see movies for the most part. Sometimes they have early access screenings that are available to the public that we will catch those to try to make sure that we're already letting you know before it opens up that weekend whether or not you should see it. So that way you don't waste your time or money if it's garbage. And a lot of the stuff that comes out these days, unfortunately, Tyler, as much as we champion going to the movies, a lot of what you do is going so people don't end up feeling scammed. And then the sad sack of
Horrible.
Tyler that we get on a
Man,
daily basis is what's left from that experiment.
I have seen this week. I've seen Trap City.
Trap City?
Yeah, it had the guy who played Grover in Percy Jackson movies,
yeah.
and
Please excuse me
Wh-
while I say I actually thought you were going to say Grover from Sesame Street. And I was like, I'm going to watch that movie. I would watch Grover from Sesame Street in Trap City.
Is this
that
like
that would have been much more enjoyable. But he's like he's like a criminal turned viral rapper,
is
and
it set in Atlanta?
it is. But at no point does he like actually make trap music. He tries to just do like the lyrical miracle spiritual type garbage, and that was like the worst part of the movie because I just couldn't actually see any of that going viral because it doesn't. That is dead. And then
Wow.
last night I watched Homestead, and I was expecting post-apocalyptic slop, and it was even worse than I thought it was gonna
Mhm.
be. And then at the end of the movie, they told me to buy more tickets for Homestead so I could give them to other people.
Oh.
And you said that that's a perfect gift to give to someone you don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
It's
think
like a
that had been
gag.
your gift today? Would you have played nice or would you have been like, you
I
know what you did?
I would have laughed because like it means you watched it and you're just like, you're poking fun.
Well, look, I am in the spirit to go to the movies. There are so many opening up on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
and I'm very excited about that. If you've missed our December must see movies, December movies that we're looking most forward to video, it is out there for you to watch because a lot of that is Christmas Day fare. Obviously, Superman, our reaction to the trailer is up as we speak. Appreciate all the support of that. And we're going to have even more movies to review for you tomorrow with Mufasa, with Sonic. We'll let you know whether or not those are worth your time. Maybe you've got some kiddos that you want to consider bringing to one or the other. We'll let you know which one of those is the better option based on the kids that you want to bring to the movies. But I am very thankful once again for EG, for Tyler, for all of Meltdonia. It's been a huge week for us, and it is in large part to your support. Watching on the other side of the screen, all the subscriptions, all the likes, all the comments, it really does help keep us going here at Disrupt. And we appreciate it as we continue to grow this channel. And we look forward to cinematic events in 2025 to cover, including James Gunn's Superman that opens up in July. We want to remind you about MyBookie, our title sponsor. At mybookie.ag, you can bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Make sure you use that promo code next round for that. It's a good time to be had there at MyBookie. And once again, we appreciate MyBookie, Culver's, Dental Associates, the whole entire gang for keeping this thing going. And we promise to be there for you throughout 2025 with all of these different movie moments that we're going to want to discuss. 2024 not over yet. Still plenty to digest. Make sure you're watching that December movies video along with our Superman reaction trailer. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you again tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, right here live on The Meltdown.